Hello and welcome to episode 47 of our Forest Challenge. We're back in the second half of March. I know we said in the last video that we might skip over this and go straight into April. There was just too much to do though. You'll see we're already at 20 past 10. It's because I've been cracking on with stuff this morning. So when we left, I've just noticed it's going to start raining. That's not good. When we left, we were putting the potatoes in, weren't we? So we finished that off. We still need to put one load of fertiliser down, which we won't do in this episode. We have got a lot of fertiliser we need to do, mostly over the other side, I think. But a couple of things to show you. Firstly, we've extended this field, so it'll have been from about there, won't it? We've extended that up the top here. I hadn't planned on doing that straight after. I mean, we were always going to do this, and I plan on doing it with them two fields there as well, bring them further out. But I was just sort of like, I was cracking on. I had all the equipment here, and I thought there's still plenty of time left. Work sort of late into what would have been sort of last night, and yeah, extended that, so that'll add a hell of a lot more. And the other thing, I did mention this in the video, so I cleared the wood out of this area, and we got this put in. I don't think the field was in last time, was it? I mentioned that I was going to do it, that I was going to clear it and get the field in. Yeah, so that one's in as well. So at some point we need to get some crop in these two. The whole idea is basically, if I go on to this one, this sort of area here, we've only got, I've already started extending out there, and we've got these two to extend. That'll be this area completely finished, and I think that'll be enough product wise to be able to satisfy these two factories. You'll see we've already got a lot of our product up on the trailer there. So we've got all the different soups, and we've got the preserved foods as well. So we've got the carrots and the beets. We haven't got the preserved parsnips because I don't think we have parsnips in there. But we've actually ran out over here. I think this got through quite quickly. Yeah. So we're going to have to get more crop in there. And it's not going to be ready for another few months. I'll just leave that one by itself. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and sell this. If we look at the price, it's going to be the all sell point or something like that. The original sell point. Yeah, all selling point, that's it. So the price is pretty much higher for all of them at that point. I know the odd one isn't, but the majority is. And again, if we look, there's not that big a difference, sort of bigger swing between them, so we can sell at any time. So we've got 12,000 litres of carrot soup, 8,000 of triple soup, 18,000 of preserved beets, 14,000 of preserved carrots, 8,000 parsnip soup, 10,000 beet soup, and 4,000 potato soup. I'm hoping this is going to make us a good chunk of money. I could do with fixing this tractor while we were over there as well, if I remember to do it. I've brought that machine there. I don't even know what it's called actually. I brought that over to there because we're going to put a track in probably towards the end of this video. This is why we needed the second day of March, because there's just that much to do. Fertilising wise, planting. There's no more harvesting that needs doing, but there's a load of product that needs selling off. I know something in there has stopped producing as well, because there's just too much of it already. Oh, we need to seed this field over here as well. We need to put sunflowers in this top left hand one where we took canola out of last episode. You'll see I'm purposely going slow with this. There's a good chunk of product on here. I can't believe how well, and not that I'm like tooting my own horn here, how well that is stacked. It's because I wasn't recording. Oh my god, why is that fall off? How typical is that? I can't believe how well it's stacked. And then they fall off. Right. Get this starting to sell. I'll go back and get those other two a little bit later. That one at the back won't sell, will it? Well, there's 130 grand already. And another 5. Takes up to 136. That's not going to let us push that off. Go on, Lampert. Right, so 136 grand. We've still got 2 pallets left, so that's probably going to be about another 4 grand. So we're looking at 140 grand just off that. I'm not. There we go. We'll get around. So I mean, those factories have been well, they're going to be as well. Going to be an absolute gold mine. We just need to be able to keep them going, which obviously is the reason for the extension on the fields. Right, let's get this fixed, because it's not often that this tractor comes over here. Always the same. There we go. Oh my god, 16.5 grand to repair it. That's brutal. We'll get some fuel as well. Is it in pallets? Yes. Bet this will probably take a good chunk of this. Just give it being how large it is. We haven't had a look, have we? Seen what the used machinery is. So we don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, and don't need that. Saying that, have we... What? Ah, we've got the 2, yeah. Do you know that barrel's gone already? I might as well fill it up, because like I said, it's not that often that we bring the John Deere over here. In fact, let's get 2, because we'll use them regardless, won't we? So over here, we need fertiliser. Where are we at? There we go. So the grass needs doing over here. We need an application down on there, which is the one we need to seed today. And then these 3, 4 need doing. So these 2 are going to have to be solid fertiliser. That one's going to have to be solid fertiliser. These 2 here will be digestate. I might do that straight away actually. I took all that one as well. I knew it would take a lot, like, just because of the size of the tractor. Right, while we're here, we might as well pick the spreader up and take that over to the other side. We might as well start doing that now. Get hooked up, make sure it's full. I tell you what we'll do beforehand though, just so we keep generating some more. Let's go and get a load of silage and get it through the BGA. And then we can. It's not so much for the. Obviously, we make electricity off there, don't we? That's what we're doing with the silage. But the main thing now is to get that digester, to be honest, just to keep it sort of towards the 200,000 litre mark. And we haven't got overly much that. I would like, to be honest, I'd like to extend that grass field. However, I think the side where we can extend is going to encroach on the area that I want to get our confectionery business going. Because I've done a quick sort of recce over this bit of land, this bit of land here, and there seems like a really good area here where it's sort of nice and flat. And that is pretty much adjacent to that grass field. Let's get that straighter. There we go. So that's the edge of the grass field there. The flat area seems to be around about sort of here, which is where I intend to put, hopefully, put them new factories up, and then the fields can come a little bit further out. Although I have no idea how much space we need for sugarcane. None at all. Like, how much sugarcane do you actually get off? Is it like, I don't know, is it like wheat where you get quite a bit off, or I'll say vegetables, where that's probably the better analogy, isn't it? Is it like the potatoes where you just get absolutely loads of it? Or is it like, I don't know, sunflowers where you hardly get any? So yeah, we're going to have a look at that, see how much space we actually need. I mean, we've got as much space as we want, really. It's a massive area. Which I'm going to find out when I start chopping the trees down. Which I'm not looking forward to whatsoever. I'll do that pretty much exclusively off camera now. I'll do some of it. I'll record some of it, but yeah, taking them trees down, picking them up and moving them by hand. Oh my god. Put a bit of a headland on here to help. Right, let's get this round. Lined up. I wonder if we'll have enough to do the other one as well. If we only use about 50% of this, then I think we will. We'll use more than 50% though when we're coming back up in that middle. I just hope that it's wide enough to do that full middle section as well. I'll have to have a look at the confectionery factories. I think we can use sugarcane and sugar beet. It's not wide enough. It's going to take a look. Oh, man. It's going to be such a waste going down that other bit. The bit that's not going to reach. But yeah, I was surprised with that. The preserved food factory. It seemed to rattle through the product. I don't think we sort of added too little. It just seemed to go through it really fast. Maybe we didn't put enough in. Maybe we put too much into the soup factory. But I suppose we're only just getting the production started, aren't we? So it'll take a bit of messing about with it. This can take nearly a full tank. There's an option that, from what I remember, I flicked onto the menus, might be when I first got it. I'm sure there's an option where you can do a double application rate as well. Sure, I might as well just go and fill this up before we get starting that other field. In fact, there's no might as well, we're going to have to. I'm really surprised at that. I didn't think it would take the full tank to do that. I mean, I know it didn't help that we had to come back down twice through the middle. But still, that seemed like a lot. Right, I'll go and get it filled up and we'll be back over. I got started. There's bits on here. I think we spoke about in the last episode where for this spreader it needs to be quite flat. There's certain bits where you can see where there's sort of inclines. It just misses, which is a shame. See if it'll get this bit as we go around. Oh yeah, did that time. Didn't when we originally started though. I mean, little bits I'm not that fussed about, to be honest. But this can take another full tank as well, isn't it? And with the amount of silage that we generate, I don't think we can keep up with that amount of digester that we're going to need for... Because ideally, what we do is the first application of every field would be digester. But with the amount of fields that we're going to have, I don't think that's going to be an option, to be honest. What we need to do as well, just when we finish this, I need to remember to put a track down to sort of just marry it up from here down to the bottom. Right, last little bit. See, it's just not recognising that bit there. I'll come down the hill. That appears to work. On other fields anyway. Whether it will on this one, I don't know. Yeah, it's working. Right, done. Let's put this track in here. Right, landscaping. Painting. Dirt. Right, bring this up. I don't want to sort of bring it all the way up here, because what I want to do is I want probably what will be our last sort of vegetable field will be in that bit there, but I want them as two separate fields rather than one big one. Right, there we go. Okay, look, I don't know when we'll get this one in, like, because there's all this wood to clear that's going to take quite a while. And what's interesting about this bit as well is along here you can see a definitive sort of edge of the map. So the green bit is the edge of the map. As it curves round, these bits are the edge of the map here. So it's like the curvature's out. So it should be up there, shouldn't it? Where it's not. In reality, it's down here. And it's getting really steep there as well. So that's why I stopped cutting going up there, because it's too steep. So we're going to sort of head back down this way here. What do we need to do? Right, we need the solid fertilizer spreader, and we need to go and sell some product up over the other side. So we'll get back over there, and I might start cracking with the solid fertilizer. In fact, what I'll do, I'll bring the solid fertilizer back over here, because we've got these two fields here to do. I might as well get them done. I'll do them off camera, and then we can move back over to this area, and then we can get started in there. I might even put, in fact, what I might do, I might put a time lapse on. I was doing the fertilizing, and then go straight into the seeding of this field up here, which would be sunflowers. And then when we come back, we'll be able to have a good sell-off of a load of our product that needs doing, we should make a hell of a lot of money, actually, especially since we made like 140 grand already just off the veg. So we'll get cracking with that. I don't know how long the time lapse is going to be. Hopefully not too long. All finished. So that is all the fertilising we wanted to get done. Let's have a look. Yep, so they've all got one application on. That's got one application on. So we can do them again probably in the next in-game month. And then we've got sunflowers in that field, which is what we needed. Let's put this back on here. And then what I want to do, there's probably 3 things actually that we need to do before we go off. I don't think we'll have time to do all of it, unless we do maybe a time lapse to take us out. But the first thing I want to do, I want to get some product sold off, because we're sitting on quite a lot. And I need to start another production off actually. This one of the sawmills over out the back there, I stopped the production. Because we were just getting too much, weirdly. However, we've got like a couple 100,000 litres of wood in there now. So we could do with starting it again. I need that out the way. I might as well move it completely out the way because we're going to be working in there shortly as well. Right, one of these have stopped producing because it says that they're out of space, which I imagine will be the planks to the left, not these ones. Right, there we go. Let's see how much we get for these. Before we do, where are we going with them? There they are. We're going, yeah, all sell point. It's nearly always this one. Do we normally get about 16 grand? It's around that figure, isn't it? Yeah, 16,200. I'm just going to go to this one as well. See how many pallets we've got here. It was like 42 last time. Nearly 44. Plus these two. Ah, not in there. Right. Wait for these to spawn again. Absolutely typical. You couldn't write it, could you? 40 odd planks. Or 40 odd pallets of planks. And the furniture pops up. I'll have to go and get the ones from up here. Past the 800,000 mark. There was a generator that I was going to buy. It's like one of the massive I don't, what's it called? It's a base game one, I've just never had it. This one there. A large wind turbine. I was thinking about getting that because it produces like, I think it's 60, possibly 69,000 per month. I know it's expensive to start with, but we're going to be on here enough time to make that back and more. Right, I'll tell you what, before I get these, let's get this production away. I know Danny mentioned in the comments a couple of episodes ago about sending some of these, just putting them straight on to distribute. The problem he had was, when we were putting the planks on to do that, it was sending it to places where, so for example, these planks that were getting produced here were getting sent over there or down the bottom to make stuff, so down there, to make them products, and they weren't using the wood up that we were putting in. So it became a bit of a sort of paradox where we needed the factories to get through the timber because we were putting that much of it in, but they weren't able to do that because we were sending planks that obviously we could sell for quite a lot to them factories. So that's why we stopped doing that. Now the beams might be a little bit different. I can't remember which ones we actually need. We need one particular type in here, don't we? One of each even, beams and... So we just need normal beams and normal planks. Is there just the normal beams and normal planks? Yeah. So we can put them on and them on, and I think we could probably have them to distribute. They'll rapidly go through that as well. So 220,000, look how quickly it's going down. That won't be an issue, and this will fill up really quickly as well. Right, what we're going to do, I'm going to sell what's in here, and then I'm going to get the Bobcat. I'm going to go and move the furniture from the sawmill down there, and we're going to hopefully get rid of a good chunk of them pallets, and then see how much we're going to get from that. I'm hoping, in fact we should, I was going to say I'm hoping we pass 900,000, but we should easily pass that, shouldn't we? So we'll get that done and I shall be right back. Right, this is going to be the last load we do with these. This is the long planks, the ones that we feed to the production where we do the easels and, is it paint frames? Oh, they're not accepted there. Be this one then. So this is the only lot we've done of these, but we've pretty much cleared out the sawmill over there. What's left, there might be like 2 pallets left, and we've cleared out all the planks from this one in front of us. So 949 is what our balance is there. There's 2 things I want to get done before we finish. Firstly, I want to start, let's leave that there, I want to start putting this track in over here, because I'm sick of having to weed through all of the trees. Now this track isn't going to be exactly how I wanted it, because the bit of land, like the natural sort of quickest route, goes through a bit of land that I don't own. Like, it's even further over than I thought actually. I thought we were going to get a little bit of that corner, but obviously not. We must be right on it. Get up, get back. I'm not going to cut all the trees down, I'm just going to sort of show you roughly where we go, and then I'll get the trees cleared off camera. Because I really want to get some those vegetable fields planted before the end of March, and then because that gives us another month's worth of growth, doesn't it? It's not going to be too bad actually, looking at it. It just depends where the corner is. If I can get the tree just in front of us there, if that's roughly where the line is, then that won't be bad at all actually. And then all that over there is the flat area that I was talking about earlier on, where we're possibly going to be able to put our confectionery factories and start that production. Go on, fall forward. There we are. I've got the John Deere over the other side, haven't I? Oh, in fact, it's not the John Deere we use for the vegetables, is it? Don't we use the Hurleyman? What I'll probably do is about 2 widthwise or 2. Oh, saying that, that's quite wide itself, isn't it? I was going to say I'll probably do 2 sort of widthwise worth of trees, just so I can get some of the bigger machinery through. But other than taking that, the one that's just over, if you're looking at the screen on the left, That'll have to come out. But other than that, I think it looks... The track actually looks quite wide. We could have done this as soon as we got that third bit of land, to be honest. Just, we have that much to do. You can see how quickly, once you get used to using this, you just whiz through the work. It's sometimes when the tree falls the wrong way, so when I was saying there about fall forward, if it falls the wrong way and the sort of arm goes upside down, it can go a bit funny then. But other than that, it's so quick. Can you imagine, like, we would be nowhere near as developed as what we are at this stage if it wasn't for us buying this. I know it was a lot of money at the time, but when you look at the amount of money that there, it fell upside down, so it goes a bit funny. Yeah, I know this cost us a lot of money, but the amount of money it's helped us make and how quickly it's helped us do it is just unreal. Do this one here. So I'm going to end up just clearing it. Oh no, I didn't expect to do this. It's gone through quicker than I thought. But it'll give you a general idea of how it's going to look. I won't actually put the track in, I'll wait until the next episode to do that. This is going to need some repair as well, isn't it? Shows how much we use. I mean, we're now 10th hour of using it now. Right, there should only be a couple more. I know I've got one right back over there, the one that we mentioned earlier on. But get a couple more out. I think 3 more. And that's it, pretty much done. And then at least we're not going to be weaving through the forest anymore, especially with like I said, some of the bigger machinery where I'm having to go in cab to and slow down quite a lot as well to get through them. There's a mod I spoke about ages ago on this series that I really want to have a look at. It's the wood storage mod, and I think you can put the wood in and then when you get it back out it's on pallets. What I need to see is if that distributes it round to the other factories as well, because if it does, I'll get one of them. It's expensive, but I'll get one and I'll put it sort of the far end of our new, or in the middle of our new piece of land, and that'll make life so much easier. It'll cut down massively on the amount of travelling that we have to do. If it doesn't do that, then we won't buy it, because there'll be no point in buying it. I've got enough space throughout the 4 factories to be able to store pretty much as I want, to be honest. Right, let's park this up here. Right, so you get, where are we at? That way. You get the gist. That's where the track's going to go through. That tree there needs to come down, and then the track will join on to the end of there, and then to wherever that is over here. Right, Hurleyman. I'm going to go and get the hurleyman. We're going to get attached to our vegetable. In fact, what I want to look at as well before we go is if we've got a better I want to be in vegetables, don't I? Have we got a better planter? I've never used that. This tool is used to create ridges into which you can plant your vegetables. So is that just like a plough? That's all that is, isn't it? It's just another that variation of the plough. Right, so we've got this one. It's 3 meters. Or we've got the 6 meter version one there. What's that? Topper. I think. And we can put, do you know, we can put fertilizer in that as well. Let's go for that. What's it need? Oh, just 70 horsepower. We can use the hurleyman again. Right, we'll go and get that picked up. I'm pretty sure that said we could use... It would use fertilizer as well. I just looked at the wrong one. I think I have, haven't I? That's not a problem. It's still double the amount what we've got. What do we want to put in though? We'll have to have a look when we get over. We put parsnips and carrots in the fields last time, didn't we? So the beets will be ready beforehand, so I think it might be beets we put in one of them. Oh my god. There we go. Can you imagine if that was FS19, you'd have to go and get another bit of equipment, wouldn't you, to go and tip yourself up. Even though it's unrealistic, that was a good addition to FS22, making it easy to rewrite your equipment. Right, just quickly, and like I said, we're going to end up putting a time lapse on to play us out. So we've got potatoes in there. We've got parsnips, carrots, beets in there that are closer to being ready. I think they are. Let's put, because the carrots was the smaller one, let's put the carrots in. I don't know why I'm starting here, it's not going to work from here, is it? We'll put the carrots in this one, and then up the top there I think we might put beets in. Although my head's kind of telling us that we need to put more potatoes in. I don't know, we'll see. Well, you'll see in the time lapse. We need to have a bit of a purge on some of our older machinery. So we've now got this 6 meter planter instead of the 3 meter planter, so we can just sell that. I want as well a better or a bigger potato planter, because that one we've got is just ridiculous. It doesn't, I mean, it was cheap, it was so cheap, but it hardly holds any seed, and it's so narrow, it's unreal. So we definitely want a bigger potato planter. And then there's a couple of things down at the main farm that we just don't use anymore. So our original seeder stroke spreader, the little brown trolley, I have no use for that whatsoever anymore. And there's probably a few other things as well, to be honest. Right, so we're going to take out the video here. I think it's going to be quite a long one, this one. We're going to stop the video here. Well, we're going to go into a time lapse, and that'll take us out. We're going to do this field, and we're going to do the field up the top. Off camera, I'll also clear the area for the track, ready for the next episode when we'll actually put the track in. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next one.
2, 1, blast off.